accepted our invitation and gracefully agreed to be chief guest. Dr. Vishwanathappa, senior professor from NCERT, also agreed to guest of honor and to be a keynote speaker of our conference. Further, our secretary, Professor T.A. Balakrishna, sir, Joint Secretary Sri Sridhar, sir, and Director of KMF, Sri Jayakumar, sir, also agreed to grace the August function. We have contacted the eminent technical speakers like Professor Geeta Balakrishna, Professor Rupa, Professor Moana, Dr. Chandana, and Sri B.S. Srinivasan from all the teams, and all of them very happily agreed to be part of the conference. Further, we invited the judges from their expertise subject to evaluate all the oral and poster presentations. National and local advisory committee were formed to instruct our conference proceedings. The conference organizing committee, of which comprises 32 members, become very active in preparing for September 11th and 12th. The principal, Dr. Subramanya Bhatt sir, and our vice principal, Professor Jaiba Nishant Balu madam, stood like strong pillars through their timely advice and suggestions. Each committee members and the entire teaching and non-teaching staff joined their hands in making this AMR 2025 a grand success. I am sure that all of the participants are benefited from this conference. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. The Principal and Vice Principal Organizing Secretary, Dr. Jalajakshi and Dr. Priyadarshini from the Department of Genetics, Dr. Kavita Girish from PG Department of Chemistry, and the entire AI Conference Committee members have worked relentlessly in putting together a large number of abstracts that we received into the proceedings book. I request the dignitaries to proceed to release the book. Thank you all. Thank you, dignitaries. Our chief guest, Professor K.S. Rangappa, is a person of many accolades. I request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Eldrigu Namaskara. Good morning, everyone. The president of the function, Dr. Balakrishna, Professor Vishwanathappa, Dr. Sridhar, Sri Jayakumar, the principal of this college, Subramanya Bhatt, Vice Principal, Professor Nishant Banu, Dr. Baswarajaya, the dignitaries of the dais, participants of this two-day National Conference on Artificial Intelligence, a multidisciplinary approach in research, faculty of Vijaya College, students of Vijaya College, ladies and gentlemen, media friends. It's indeed an honor for me to be here in the inauguration of today's national conference on AI, the artificial intelligence, a multidisciplinary approach in research, organized by the Vijaya College in association with the Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology and Karnataka Milk Federation. It's truly an honor to stand before you. I was here when I was a Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Open University long back in 2013 or 14 to inaugurate the conference, chemistry conference. You know, I stand before you not just as a chemical biologist, I'm basically a chemical biologist, but as a fellow researcher navigating the evolving tides of science and technology. When I received this invitation, Dr. Basuraja called me in, also followed by Professor Bhatt, to speak on this topic, artificial intelligence, which is order of the day today. I paused some time, but because I had doubts about the artificial intelligence, but because the word multidisciplinary struck a deep chord, which means everywhere, anywhere, you can make use of this artificial intelligence. We are living in a time where disciplines no longer operate in silos. Chemistry is meeting with science. Biology is shaking hands with big data. Physics, mathematics, engineering, and even the arts, all being reshaped, by the rise of this artificial intelligence. Today, I would like to walk you through the intersection, not as an artificial intelligence expert, but as a researcher who sees the transformative potential of artificial intelligence across disciplines. I'm a medicinal chemist in the area of drug discovery. Without the help of molecular biologists, without the help of basically organic chemist, without the help of physics, without the help of biologists, I don't think I can reach the target where I am committed. That's why I call research always multidisciplinary. Gone are the days compartmentalization. It's interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary approach where you can make use of this artificial intelligence to spark curiosity, to open doors to collaboration, because the future of research is not in isolated breakthroughs, but in connected thinking. Think connected, not individually. Let's take a brief moment to understand the artificial intelligence really without diving too deep into computer language. The computer language is used like anything. Today, look at the world. 1980s, I would say 1985. 83 to 86, I was in Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan, Canada, where I never used to get the use of computer hardly once in month. Once in month. That too, that computer in the developed countries like Canada, the full 2030, the computer was housed in 2030 dimension. Only one computer in the whole room. I used to get once in month or twice, once in 2 months. To make use of regression analysis, my supervisor used to tell me to use the computer. Look at that. Within 5 years, tabletop computers. 10 years, laptop. What top? Ear top. You mention anything, computer, everything you can see. Which means it's not miracle. It's a progress of science. I would consider it the progress of science. No miracle. You cannot make the mesmerization. It's a progress of science. In 1980s until today, artificial intelligence. If my mother wants to call me from Mysore to Canada, she is a villager. It used to take 3 days to reach me. 3 days. See, today look at the mobile telephones. You can reach any person at any point of time, at anywhere in the world. No time, within no time. See, these are all developments, the progress of science, nothing else. Science is growing fast. So therefore, think about it is multidisciplinary, it's not compartmentalization. Therefore, artificial intelligence as its core is the ability of machines to mimic human intelligence. That means learning, reasoning, problem solving, and even creativity. Today we see the artificial intelligence in everyday life. When your phone predicts what you are about to type, or being Netflix suggests a movie you might like to, shows. But in research, artificial intelligence is not just recommending, it's revolutionizing. I have synthesized 8,000 molecules in my laboratory for the last 40 years. I took 40 years to synthesize 7,000, 8,000 molecules for the purpose of diseases in the area of drug discovery. Today, artificial intelligence will give you 7,000 molecules in 1 day, in 1 hour. It predicts, look, you go here, you hit this molecule and you derive it as this molecule. I published earlier a lot of papers. Today, it hits everything. It puts to your brain. It talks about your brain. We have come a long way from rule-based systems, 20, 30 years. Look at the paperwork, rule-based system that needed clear instruction. But your modern artificial intelligence, particularly machine learning and deep learning, can learn from data, detect anomalies, make predictions, and even uncover relationships that human might miss. I can make a mistake, but computer will never make a mistake. So, whether it is predicting protein structures, I come to my point. Whether it is predicting protein structure or optimizing chemical reactions or analyzing terabytes of astronomical data, artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool. It's becoming a collaborator in research. I would call this AI is my collaborator. Now, let me tell you that the heart of this conference, why multidisciplinary? Because real world problems do not come labeled by one single discipline, as I mentioned several times. For example, I already mentioned in the area of cancer, solving cancer requires understanding of molecular biology, genetics, chemistry, pharmacology, data science, and increasingly artificial intelligence. One discipline simply cannot carry the weight alone. That's why we must everywhere, every institution, including Vijaya College, I am sure, should get hold of people like physics, chemistry all together, come together to reach the target. I am happy Vijaya College is thinking about multidisciplinary approach in research. And I am sure R&D is there in Vijaya College. Research and development program is there in article. Institution like Vijaya College should develop this kind of multidisciplinary research. This is where artificial intelligence shines. It does not belong to just one field. It can be trained to serve any field. It can analyze gene expression. Earlier, when I was looking at the, you showed the bite. Therefore, it can analyze the data for biologists, design new materials for chemists. I need not have to worry about the future thin synthesis of my molecules for the discovery. So, and manufacturing process for engineers, I would say. So, artificial intelligence is the glue. It's like a glue that binds disciplines. It binds the various disciplines. It's a glue. It turns isolated data sets into insights. It enables experts from different fields to speak a common language. You call data-driven discovery. As a chemical biologist, I can tell you our field is ripe, very ripe for artificial intelligence integration. We deal with massive data sets, protein ligand interactions, metabolic profiles, chemical libraries, reaction pathways. Traditionally, we have relied on intuition, our intuition, experience, and trial and error method that we use. Always synthetic organic chemists, they make use of this. But artificial intelligence, the question mark. It offers something new, and which means it has a predictive power. It has a predictive power, which means artificial intelligence can predict how a molecule will behave before we ever synthesize it. Okay, and also it can predict or it can identify off-target effects early in the drug discovery pipeline. The artificial intelligence can even suggest entirely new compounds that might never occur to us at all. In my own work, research work, I have seen how integrating artificial intelligence tools can cut months of lab time into weeks or even days. So more importantly, it opens a new ways of thinking. Instead of asking, what experiment should I try next? We are now asking, what does the data suggest? I do next. That's the characteristic properties of the artificial intelligence that shift from instinct to insights, informative. To truly embrace artificial intelligence in research, we must also embrace collaboration. It might be honest. No one person can be expert in everything. I may know my way around a mass spectrometer, for example, but I don't code neural networks. That's okay because today's innovation happens in the intersection at expertises. Easy. Of course, artificial intelligence is not all sunshine on neural networks. They are very real challenges. Data quality is one. The artificial intelligence is only as good as the data it is trained on. In many scientific fields, data can be messy, incomplete, or biased. Therefore, it's very difficult, as I said. Interpretability is another deep learning models, which can be, block boxes giving answers without showing their work. That's a problem, especially in fields like medicine or environmental science where decisions carry weight. Then there is a fear of replacement. Many, they worry about the artificial intelligence will replace the researchers' automatic creativity or diminish the role of human right. Let me be clear, artificial intelligence is not here to replace us. It's here to augment us, to help us ask better questions, test a better hypothesis, and discover at a pace we never thought possible. But for that to happen, we must use artificial intelligence ethically, thoughtfully, and collaboratively. Therefore, artificial intelligence, for example, in medicine, is helping to diagnose disease earlier and more accurately. Say, in the field of agriculture, this artificial intelligence is optimizing crop yields using satellite imagery and climate changes. Say, for example, in climate science, this artificial intelligence, it's a modeling complex systems to predict environmental shifts. In material science, artificial intelligence is designing better batteries, higher alloys, and smarter textiles. This is what artificial intelligence makes for everyone. And the best part, you don't need to be an artificial intelligence expert to start using it. Many platforms today offer user-friendly interfaces where researchers can upload and get distinguishes without writing a single line of code. So if you have ever felt that artificial intelligence is, or rethink, the door is open. You just need to walk through it. Therefore, if you go on speaking this artificial intelligence, then I am sure there is no end to it. Therefore, artificial intelligence is a powerful tool, but it's a human mind that gives its direction. Always. Whether it's artificial intelligence or not, but the human mind that gives the direction. It is, and the human heart that ensures it serves as a greater tool. Human heart and human mind. These are important. They direct the artificial intelligence. Ultimately, the future of research is multidisciplinary. It's intelligent, of course. It is interconnected. And most importantly, it's ours to shape. This is what artificial intelligence covers. Therefore, we need to develop artificial intelligence every institution hereafter. Probably, I said, human mind, heart is equally powerful to direct the artificial intelligence. With these few words, I thank the Vijaya College for giving me an opportunity to share some of the views that I have, and I wish you all the success for the 2 days conference, and I thank the organizers as well as the Vijaya College trustees and each and everyone on this occasion. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Wise and discerning Dr. T.A. Balakrishna, the Secretary of BHS-HES, is a pillar of support and encouragement. I request him to kindly deliver the presidential remarks.
Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. K.S. Rangappa, and all the other dignitaries on the dais. At the outset, I would like to welcome all of you to Vijaya College, which is one of the premier institutions in Bengaluru, one of the 14 institutions run by BHS Higher Education Society, from nursery to PG. Vijaya College was started way back in the pre-independence period in 1945 and is now completing 80 years of its glorious service in the field of education. As per the present trend in higher education, Vijaya College has been hosting periodically national level seminars and conferences. In 2025, this is the second conference being hosted by Vijaya College. In March this year, we had hosted a national conference on quantum mechanics, and this is now on artificial intelligence. Like any other transformative tool designed by human natural intelligence, artificial intelligence also has its own advantages and disadvantages. In my opinion, artificial intelligence is comparable to a lamp in the hands of a lamp holder. The lamp can give light, but the lamp holder has to decide where, when, and how the lamp has to be used. Artificial intelligence, in spite of its several controversies, as Professor Rangappa has put before us, has been of immense use, particularly in the field of healthcare. And a multidisciplinary approach is now the most essential need in research. So I hope that the deliberations of this conference will enable us to come to a conclusion. What are the specific advantages in various fields that is going to be coming to us from artificial intelligence? Let us use artificial intelligence only as a servant, not as a master. Before I close my presidential remarks, I request all the participants to enjoy your stay in Bengaluru. The weather is very pleasant and we have a warm hospitality from BHS-HES. I hope you will enjoy the 2 days stay in Bengaluru and a fruitful discussion on artificial intelligence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request our Vice Principal, Professor Zaiba Nishad Bano, Madam, to render the vote of thanks.
Good morning to everyone present here. It's my privilege and honor to extend the vote of thanks at the end of this inaugural function of the conference dedicated to artificial intelligence. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Professor K.S. Rangappa sir, former Vice Chancellor, Mysore University, NASI professor, for joining us on this special occasion. We appreciate your time and inspiring words, making this inaugural function exceptional and unforgettable, sir. You have very well explained how research is multidisciplinary. Your words have been like guiding lights, reminding us with the true essence of this occasion. We are truly enriched by your precious words. Thank you, sir. Heartfelt thanks to our guest of honor, Professor Vishwanathappa from NCRT Delhi, for your time and presence. We look forward to your keynote address, sir. I request the dignitaries on the stage to felicitate Professor K.S. Rangappa sir and Professor Vishwanathappa sir. Bitti. Words may not be capable of communicating our sense of gratitude to our management, BHS, HES, who have made this event possible for us. Thanks to our Secretary, BHS, HES, Dr. T.A. Balkrishna sir, and our Joint Secretary, Dr. T.S. Sridhar sir, for supporting, motivating, and encouraging us in making this event happen. Thank you, sir. award, our indebtedness to our special invitee, Mr. J. Jaikumar, Director, Cattle Feed, Karnataka Milk Federation, Bangalore. Sir was working with us in the Department of Computer Science. Thank you, sir, for such a generous contribution. Thank you, sir. Thanks to our principal, Dr. M. Subramanya Bhatt, who was the key person in coordinating the enormous amount of work that has gone behind arranging the whole event. Thanks to the organizing secretary of the conference, Dr. Basvarajaya, and coordinator, Dr. Chaitra, and all the committee members for their hard work worthy of a lot of appreciation. Thanks to all the resource persons, moderators, judges, research scholars, industrialists, teacher and student participants, principals of sister institutions, teaching and non-teaching staff of our college for joining us today. Thank you all and have a wonderful time in the 2 days conference ahead. Thank you once again.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. I now request the dignitaries on the dais to occupy the seats on the audience side so that we can proceed on to the keynote address. Thank you.